Welcome to ISTV English News. I'm Dhanya. First the headlines. JAC of Amtuk and Amgio to talk with Chief Minister this evening on various demands. Now the news in details. Joint Administrative Council or JAC of All Manipur Trade Unions Council or AMTUC and All Manipur Government Employees Organization MGO will continue its agitation if no positive solution is brought about in the talks with the state government. AMTUC and MGO launched a mass casual leave on February 20 and 21 demanding payment of what ought to be paid off to the employees. The protest was called off due to the immediate imposition of the Model Code of Conduct. The JAC is likely to continue its protest later once again. In an exclusive interview, Secretary General of the JAC, Purujit Lairigengbam, told ISTV News that the demands pursued by the JAC are reasonable. He urged the state government to fulfill the demands.
JAC of MGO na basically central 6-pay commission award to be adugi dearness allowance, dearness leave. I will my components, my original education allowance kind of people. Adugu Bashinsi, Loina forfeit or gum the Pitotan labor. Arimasi DA have a pochi every 6 months like a dope never. First Sakwagi, January, the Duga, Amkanakanuda, July the Lakado, High Bashinsi. Timely, Madame Jaza Pitotan labor, my amly Vishina. When a pack of Thorotana, Pigeon like an objective. A huge volume of pending the old employees of the Manipur state government suffered everybody is asking we can bear all these things last year when August then in September there's a period and reminded many times reminders of which the government and Adu Mashi Yampa for the Finance Commission team, Dr. Regina, Ademari Secretary and Jahana, Moina, Apudus upon the representation Jacopasna, earmarked of the Natambu, employing so much Sakoisa lady. Adamashi guidance Chatanavato in the Haidana. By the end, we will do definitely the better ones and Panotokani have a gate to insurance, Bibi and Buddhi. And whereas Manipur government liberty Lakumatanda, this has been turned upside down. One of the number of the Richard Harapoche says that we were quite unfortunate. I could reluctantly and the palm strikes in Manipur, everybody is fed up about them. We strike, generally strike, and they are moving after that home. I am sitting there. I put them told them the compelling situation.
He further said that representatives of the JAC had talks with the Chief Secretary for several hours. Though no positive outcome was arrived at the talks, the Chief Secretary assured the representatives of the JAC that as the financial position of the state government is not sound at present, he would examine what can be done. The JAC will talk with the Chief Minister this afternoon. Senior Vice President of All India State Governments Employees Federation, Sukumon Sen, will also take part in the meeting. Unless a positive outcome is reached at the meeting, the JAC will be compelled to launch a series of agitations.
We have to see evening jida afternoon pumari jida honorable chief minister nabagi chief directana apoi with the leader apoi Sukumor Sen lai base sisiga koi delegation ma namai sajagani and namadu positive result so na pirakani habit haja basu leje adu we have to see madu yengel tare adu goloina na ngarang mansi chief secretary unar matung ga kuna we had a very marathon discussion namat koi tawjabane is the Magi as a bureaucrat officer, Moigi, Wangang, the minor Dawi, situation as he ministers, why is Music might have been for the course of action. tawui mung na leini ana masi hai pochi sarkar ki piyum ji hong da wat taragadi mana election process lo ga hoi ma megi first what I dagi hai basi so isa ki poti tham da jung ni hai na ma he gave the opinion ji mai bi bani in that course of and so much akoisi atugi mati wana reba mayam se matam tan pot ki maman wakala pad high vision mit bongam da banina the real term meaning of the DA have pochi pasna khang da bodong to pochi
Notification for filing of nomination papers for the general elections to Lok Sabha for number 1 Inner Manipur Parliamentary Constituency has been issued. A notice of election issued by K. Radhakumar, returning officer for 1 Inner Manipur Parliamentary Constituency yesterday, stated that nomination papers may be delivered by a candidate or by any of his proposers to the returning officer for the inner seat or the Deputy Commissioner Imphal West District or to Dr. Nivedita Lairen Lakpam, Additional District Magistrate Imphal West District, who is the specified Assistant Returning Officer at the office of the Deputy Commissioner Imphal West District at Lamphel between 11 am and 3 pm on any day other than a public holiday, not later than March 26, 2014. Scrutiny of the nomination papers will be held at 11 am on March 27, 2014 at the same office. The last date for withdrawal of the nomination papers is before 3 pm of March 29. The polling will be held on April 17 from 7 am to 4 pm. Refusing to pay the fare for some goods which were transported by an interstate bus from Guwahati to Imphal as demanded by the driver and the second driver, the party of the owner of the goods assaulted the second driver of the bus, injuring him. The incident occurred on National Highway 2 at Khabam Lamkhai under Haingang Police Station at around 9 am today. Reports received from the spot said that about 10 cartons of goods were loaded on the bus, which bears registration number MN04A2278 at Guwahati. Some persons in a white-coloured bolero were waiting for the bus at Khabam Lamkhai. A heated argument erupted between the drivers of the bus and the party of the bolero over the fare of the cartons. One of the men of the bolero's party allegedly punched the second driver so hard that he fell on the road. In the fall, the second driver sustained a fracture in his head. He was taken to a hospital for treatment. On seeing the unreasonable assault on the poor handyman of the bus, people from nearby areas gathered at the spot and tried to attack the bolero's party. The mob even pelted stones at the bolero, causing some damages. Later, a team of Imphal East police commandos rushed to the spot and brought the situation under control. Professor Gangmumai Kamai, BJP's candidate for number 2 Outer Manipur Parliamentary Constituency, has filed his nomination papers to the returning officer of number 2 Outer Manipur Parliamentary Constituency. Professor Kamai's nomination papers with 4 proposers were submitted to the RO at 11:21 am yesterday. More nomination papers are expected to be filed during the next few days. 2 objects spotted in the southern Indian Ocean may be debris from the missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, Australian authorities said, fueling hopes of a breakthrough in an international search of unprecedented scale. The objects are indistinct but of reasonable size, with the largest about 24 meters or 79 feet across, said John Young, General Manager of Emergency Response for the Australian Maritime Safety Authority. They appear to be awash with water and bobbing up and down in an area 2,500 kilometers or 1,500 miles southwest of Australia's west coast, he said. If that piece of the plane is that big, maybe it's the tail section, said David Gallo, one of the leaders of the search for Air France Flight 447, which crashed in the Atlantic Ocean in 2009. But he warned that the size gave him a degree of concern. It's a big piece of aircraft to have survived something like this, he said. The tail height of a Boeing 777, the model of the missing Malaysian plane, is 60 feet. The announcement raised the prospect of finding parts of the plane amid a huge search that is now in its 13th day. The plane vanished over Southeast Asia on March 8, and previous reports of debris found in the sea have turned out to be red herrings. But officials cautioned that there are no guarantees that the objects now being investigated would prove to be from the missing plane. The images of the objects were captured by satellite and were being assessed by the Australian Geospatial Intelligence Organisation. The images were taken near the area of the southern Indian Ocean that has been scoured by search teams in recent days. Noted columnist and much loved author Khushwant Singh died on Thursday. He was 99. His cremation will be held at the Lodhi Crematorium in New Delhi at 4 p.m. Singh was regarded as one of India's best-known writers and columnists. Born on February 2, 1915 in Hadali, now in Pakistan's Punjab, he was the founder editor of Yojana and editor of the Illustrated Weekly of India, the National Herald and the Hindustan Times. Khushwant Singh was the author of classics like Train to Pakistan, I Shall Not Hear the Nightingale and Delhi. He wrote the novel The Sunset Club when he was 95. His non-fiction includes the classic 2-volume A History of the Sikhs, a number of translations and works on Sikh religion and culture, Delhi, nature, current affairs and Urdu poetry. His autobiography, Truth, Love and a Little Malice, was published by Penguin Books in 2002. Khushwant Singh was a Member of Parliament from 1980 to 1986. He was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 1974 but returned the decoration in 1984 in protest against the storming of the Golden Temple in Amritsar by the Indian Army. In the year 2007, he was awarded the Padma Vibhushan. It will be a double whammy for the Bharatiya Janata Party or the BJP if its senior member Jaswant Singh carries out his threat after Lal Krishna Advani's reluctance to contest from Gandhinagar in Gujarat. Jaswant Singh has reportedly warned the party that he will fight the Lok Sabha elections as an independent if he is not allowed to contest from the Barmer seat in Rajasthan. Rajasthan Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje reportedly wants a retired army official, Colonel Sona Ram, to fight from there. Jaswant Singh is the second BJP leader to express his displeasure over seat distribution after Advani said that he wants to contest from Bhopal instead of Gandhinagar, which he has represented 5 times in the Lok Sabha elections. A bevy of senior party leaders including BJP Prime Ministerial candidate Narendra Modi and Sushma Swaraj met him at his residence early on Thursday to persuade him to contest from the Gujarat capital. Things will be sorted out. He is our tallest leader, Nirmala Sitharaman said on Advani. A group of people including local Maira Paibis of Kwaklai Loitang Sandum mercilessly tortured a man and his wife by stabbing and slashing them with spears and knives on the suspicion of their practicing witchcraft and making the local people suffer and even become crazy. Both the husband and wife are seriously injured and are undergoing treatment at Raj Polyclinic at North AOC. The incident took place on March 13th. The victims have been identified as Khoirom Kameshwar, aged 47, and his wife Shama Rani, aged 41, of Kwaklai Loitang Sandum. Those who brutally tortured them have been identified as one so-called Maicho of Awang Lekinthabi and his cohorts. Speaking about the incident, Shama Rani, who is being treated at Raj Polyclinic, said she just works for the welfare of the people as she is possessed by a deity. Residents of Loitang Sandum used to spread rumors that she does bad things in the area and makes people go crazy. On March 13, the Maira Paibis asked her to attend a public meeting. She went to participate in the meeting along with her husband. However, the residents took them to the house of Maicho of Awang Lekinthabi using 4 to 5 trucks. On reaching his house, they were tied up and the followers of Maicho tortured them by stabbing and slashing them using spears and swords. They even poured salt into their injuries. They stabbed Shamarani with the spear, but she survived because she had some cash tucked into her fanik. She said, "The rumors they are spreading are all false. Many people have lost their lives at the hands of Maicho. She only helps the people with the possession of deity. Her husband is totally innocent. Such incidents have occurred in the past too." Shamarani drew the attention of the authority concerned to look into the matter.
Mahanami kaya puchiloi chali bache biya puna magna kalbi ho aidi chumdagi ishwar khajik matik mangam khajik phamne bane machina miyoi kaya puchi kanja bane mi kan bachina ai itham 미안합니다. 건강히 그리고 이님 지금 부담인데 이거 말하니까야 비참해. 맛있어. Ay, makoy na life basta na isuwal sa niya na munta naman. Ay, tamo jupin ka naman. Makoy na isuwal na sukin yung dadam. Ay, sabi siya TNP mo siya. Ay, kipura niya siya. Parang ka isuwal siya.
And now let's take a look at the top stories once again. JAC of Amtuk and MGO to talk with the Chief Minister this evening on various demands. Thanks for watching ISTV News. Do stay tuned.